5.
Not
aggressive.
And we always clap for
Constant clapping.
We applaud ourselves for having made it through the intro.
We're just checking the mic.
Positive reinforcement.
Saying hello
Positive
to everybody coming back or coming for the first time. So if this is your first time, 4 of us already talked a little bit about our background and our relationship with K-pop. So we're not going to talk about that again. If you want to have an idea, if you want to see why we are actually doing this, you can go back to the video
Before this
No
one.
More Dreams. Of No More Dreams from BTS, where we explore that part. But someone that is joining us for this video and will also joining us on a lot of videos I'm very excited about is our friend Tia.
Hello.
Welcome, Tia, to the group.
Hi. I guess this is my time to
This is
introduce
your time to
myself.
shine.
Okay.
Spotlight's on you.
Oh, okay. So just a quick kind of intro of who I am. My name is Tia. I was in a K-pop group from 2011 to around 2013-14. The name was Chocolat. You may or may not, we were very, very, very small, but I was there to see BTS debut. So that's a fun thing that was going on. But I did that for a while, and then I went on to do singing and acting on my own, and that's kind of just where I am. And now I'm here in LA. Yeah.
And we're absolutely delighted to have you. And that will be super interesting because like I explained in the other videos, we're not like using the cloud around K-pop that is going on right now, which we all were wishing for the past 15 plus years. But we are professional working in entertainment, sometimes directly with music and in relationship with K-pop, even more yourself as an idol. And we thought it would be interesting for some people to like see our sides when we are like going through that. And right now we're going through memory line with some stuff from BTS because they're coming back in 2026, and there's at least 2 of us are ARMY officially.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always different ways to support like artists, and that's why also I wanted to bring that to attention even more if we have other armies watching us or just a fan of K-pop in general, because a big part of the fandom, like the K-pop fandoms, is also streaming. It's whole hard, you have to stream to get your artist up there, you know, for awards and all of this. But I don't know if you read, YouTube and Billboard got into some little like feud, because what is going on is if you have if you're paying for a membership on YouTube, the content is different than someone who does not have and go through like the ads and all of this. They were saying that it doesn't reflect how fans engage with music today and ignores the massive engagement from fans who don't have a subscription, which is true. But streaming is also like 84% of like the US recorded music revenue. So starting January 16, Billboard is not going to accept the streaming
For the charts?
for the charts.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh,
And it's
that's
a huge deal.
that's not gonna end well for them.
That's
Does that count for like YouTube Music too? Like the application?
I'm not sure about that. I know that they're saying YouTube data are no longer going to be delivered to factor into the US Billboard.
So if you watch the music video on YouTube, that doesn't count as a
Starting
listen.
January 16, it's not going yet. It's going to be huge for
Like you have
them.
to buy the song, stream it on Spotify,
You have-
Apple Music, whatever
Yes.
other application.
The way they were saying that they stated that it does not consider all streams to be equal. They were arguing that a person hearing a clip playing in the background of a video is not the same as a person seeking out a song on Spotify, for example.
I mean,
if you want to get really granular with how much you weigh each of the factors, then technically yes. I mean, it's one is like one is actively seeking and the other is just
right. I was gonna
discovery.
say that specific argument. I think I'd agree with, but that's not the only reason you go onto YouTube. And you're not only going on Spotify to seek a specific song.
But if you go and search for a music video on YouTube, that still no longer counts.
No, so this is really like even more like, I mean, you are still putting like songs out there. That is really going to influence so much.
Wow. That's kind of like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Because now fans have to do both, because you want the views up and then you want the...
You want to watch the music video too.
Yeah.
Like
the music video is the biggest portion of, I think, like K-pop releases.
That was the other thing, like reaching, and that's why like when we're going to react to a video like this, how like it's blow up, like K-pop in general blow up every Western artist. Once the people are aware of that change, how much it's going to actually impact the 24 hours of a music video, for example. Like, are we going to pass the 100 million views anymore? Are we going to get there? Or people are feeling less
inclined,
like, oh, we have to do it because this is the best way to support the artist. It's more like, oh, I have time if I want to watch it in a week or anything like that. So,
and sometimes with like music video drops, and now that I've like gotten to know a little bit the social media marketing, like digital marketing side of things, like I think media spend will look different from labels, because you can spend money within the first 24, 48 hours to really drive the views, but now that views don't really...
they won't contribute
towards your Billboard
chart recognition.
Anymore. They might lessen that spend.
So that's something I wanted to bring. I think that's going to be very impactful.
No, I think we should put together a PPT of how this could be in our favor. That will be
absolutely.
You can put a PPT on.
I was like, sounds like a Brianna PowerPoint. We should. We as in
Brianna.
The operating word being.
I will put together a presentation as to why this could be
so please come
profitable.
Back to see
Only two of us here really like PowerPoints.
Here we are. So this, like the song that I decided for us to go back to Memory Line, like I said, is the Attack on Bangtan from BTS. The reason is, and again, if you're new here, I'm going to explain that we also react to anime and really like go deep into them and dissect a little bit of a thing. And we started with Attack on Titan.
I can't believe I was like, not today years old, but
2 days
when our other video years old, when I put that connection together.
And I think there's a lot of
insert video.
And
insert video of Ashley's reaction here.
Thank you for adding more work for me. I thought because the way you reacted and you're pretty big fans also that there might be some people that are like what we call baby army that don't know about that, or just people that are also fan of Attack on Titan and that's trying to find a way to get into K-pop, and that could be a way to connect with the artists because
it's good overlap for sure.
Yeah, because Bangtan, which is the full name everybody know, Bangtan Soyeondan of BTS, are a huge Attack on Titan fan, and in 2013 on their album Oh You Are Late 2, which we talked also about the use of the letter 8 and 2 and all, it's the number for Korea to call.
I am talk.
So they did play with the whole like Attack on Titan and to make their declaration about advancing in their like bulletproof spirits. And it's really a hype song. There's like a lot of chants going on, or like really something pump up to like that at concert you're expecting it, and I really hope we'll get like a 2026 edition of it. That would be great. In terms of producers, that's P-Dog. That was the main producer on the tracks. Kang Young-won. He's worked a lot with BTS. Like I think everybody knows that P-Dog is on most of the song.
Yes,
and he was also part of the writing side with RM, Suga and J-Hope, who have been also working since the early days on the discography of the group. And then there's Supreme Boy also, who wrote on this, who was supposed to be also a member of BTS at the beginning and then just chose to stay on the producing side. There's a Japanese version, obviously a lot of K-pop artists make also like Japanese version of thing. The reason I'm talking about the Japanese version is because we're going to watch a live performance of them doing it in Japan. So they're going to do the Japanese version, which is the Shinjiki no Buden. For people that check a lot about like who writes what, you probably will see that there's another credit name on the Japanese version, which is from KM Market, and he's actually the guy that do the like Japanese translation for the lyrics on most of their like early discography.
Oh, we're watching it live?
Yeah, there's no music video for this
Volume.
song. Volume.
I want to feel like I'm maybe there.
I love this video.
Blonde hair.
The blonde, yeah. This is where Bangtan line like loses their mind for a little bit. This is where the kids go kid. Why are you on the floor? Flexibility. Just pose.
That would be me as an idol, laying down.
Just laying on the floor, yeah. If you can like stay on the floor as long as
This has
possible.
nothing to do with Attack on Titan.
Yeah, but it's fun. Oh, I love this part. Here we go.
Again, flexibility.
We're having so much fun.
This is why Army loves them, because they're crackheads.
But their blazers look.
Oh, it
Like,
looks.
there's a little bit of a callback to. If I guess I haven't watched all
Oh,
Attack on
poor
Titan
guy.
yet, but
Poor guy.
in terms of some of the design.
Yeah, it is. It's it looks like the
See what I'm
uniform.
saying?
It looks like the uniform, like the
I'm
scout
giving
or
you
like
some like
garrison regiment uniform with
maybe
the crest.
it's an Easter egg, but maybe it's literally just a coincidence.
The crest, dude.
But like the crest and then the stitches.
I wouldn't say like the traditional blazer ones, but like
This
who
one
was wearing the. Was it Hopi? I mean, Beast is crested up for sure. Oh yeah, it is Hopi.
Always in for that run forward.
I love this. I love this part. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Wow.
Ready? What did he say?
I don't know what he said,
It's
but actually, I
Japanese.
don't care. I know what they said.
I don't speak Japanese. Jimin like can't even hold it together. Bro's just on the floor laughing.
Okay, we will swallow you without fear.
What?
The lyrics.
They're titans. You get it?
But
didn't swallow like that.
Well,
that's like one of the reasons also I got, like I was telling you guys how difficult it was for me to get into boys group, and I was only into girls group until like
I can't relate. I don't have these problems.
Because the thing is, I was not interested with guys, you know, like
I was
not like, oh my gosh, I want to marry them or something like that.
I feel like I came out of the womb and I was boy crazy.
Who is it the first time that you've heard about Attack on Bangtan? That song.
It's the first time hearing it in Japanese.
In Japanese.
But it was bugging me because I know it in Korean.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that's a problem. I know it in Korean. I was like,
that's why I had to,
these aren't the words.
Say it. I was like, do not start singing it in Korean. This is not that one.
I know. I almost started it. I was like, bang, tan, 소년대 처럼. I was like, that's not the words.
I know, but no, that was not that one here.
Yeah, first time I guess in Japanese, but not first time hearing the song and watching it.
I love this video. This is like one of their more like freer videos where they're not like bound to choreography and like the practice. Like it was just 3 minutes of them being themselves,
Being Energizer bunnies.
being boys.
Yeah. But too, because that's the first time you're hearing the song, right?
Yeah. I mean, I really like it. I thought it was a really fun song. I was kind of looking for Easter eggs to the show, but I didn't find as much.
It's more here like the spirit in terms of like, we're not going to get like bigger group, bigger companies, bigger people, or the world kind of swallowing us. Like we're kind of like, we're the titan.
The rebel, yeah.
Like we're rising above like all the stuff going, and you're not going to get us.
Right.
This is also before like BTS really
Yes.
catapulted.
This
into
is
fandom.
before the global thing.
Yeah.
This is when they were like,
so that's so funny in a
Korea
way
famous.
when you listen to that, because you have to have also confidence to drop stuff like that.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
and to do that on stage, like now when they do whatever they want on stage, that's different. But like back in
free already, like I will say, they never
well, that's
really
kind
had
of,
too much.
but that's
of a,
like what set them apart, though.
And that kind of set also like I don't know, maybe Tia, you can tell us more about that. But I feel like when they started becoming like really more a global popularity and everything, and people like other companies were seeing how the public was reacting, I feel like other groups were like allowed to let a little bit more loose in general.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like it's a pattern in Korea. Like there's always the one that is casted like that, the loner or the outcast type group, or they're doing something different than everyone else. Mm-hmm. And just like culturally in Korea, it's a very blending in culture. Mm-hmm. Like uniqueness is not something they tend to go for.
Right.
And so when someone does that or a group does that, they're kind of standing out a lot, which in the beginning, there's a lot of pushback, I feel. Mm-hmm. But once they push through that, and especially I think on a global stage, people like that. We like uniqueness.
Yeah.
And so that's what made them get there. And then everyone else is like, oh, that works. And then that's when everyone does it. Definitely.
Right.
It's true.
But the traditional, I guess, while they were still kind of doing it out of the box, I guess the norm was more choreographed. It was more rehearsed, and like everybody had their own place, and like. So when you're like rehearsing, how many hours straight do you do that for?
Okay, so it's different for every song and every situation. Mm-hmm. For one. So I'll just give you a story about one of my songs. We were releasing a song abruptly. Our company said, oh, we're gonna come out with another one next week. And we're like, what? So we had pre-recorded it. Mm-hmm. And then they said, okay, your music video is going to be in like 4 days or 5 days. And so the choreographer's like, are you kidding me? Yeah. So they make the choreography in 2 days.
He hadn't had the choreography yet?
Oh. And we learned the whole thing within 2 days.
Wow. And to get it to be good enough shape
because
for
it's not
recording.
Just learning something, you know, when you're a dancer, you have to learn something, but when you have to actually perform it, it's another level.
And we had chairs. So people who know my group know what song I'm talking about, but we had chairs, and they do not work the way you would think, because we were like spinning them in sync and everything. I was like...
I imagine those aren't as light as people think they are. Like, it's like a chair.
So you learned it in 2 days. I'm assuming it's like 10-hour days, like just in the studio.
I think it was, because that was when we were promoting too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you have also
So
to
we-
set aside time for that.
So like we would be at the broadcasting station from like morning, like I don't know, like 6 a.m.
Wow.
to like maybe 6 p.m. I would say, just roughly. Every day is different.
Yeah.
And then we would go and then we would learn until like midnight. So I would say like 6 to 7 hours.
Okay, I have another question. I've always like been curious about it. I never
Okay.
actually asked it. Like
Someone
when
is
you
excited.
have, I know, I wanted the inside scoop. Like, I mean, it's like no secret that idols are like very overworked.
Oh, yeah.
But when you are like, how do you like when I'm stressed the way that I am, like I will like break out, like because the thing that feels like a really because you have to be on screen and present yourself as a perfect healthy image of who you are, and yet when you can't get like the sleep and the relax like and the relaxing, like how do you guys? What do you
You'd be
do?
surprised how good the makeup team is.
Because the other thing that I wonder too in drama,
When in doubt, makeup.
in K-dramas, the skin is always perfect. And I've seen
once
behind the
again.
scenes on indie movie shoots. Like I've producers have discussed in the past like getting a beauty pass done, like VFX for the people's faces, because there was a movie that was shooting like 2 years ago where the main actor is like a young woman, but she had like, quote unquote imperfections on her face, and the director complained about it. And so you have to like get the budget to do a beauty pass. Like, does that happen in drama or music videos? Like, because sometimes it's a texture thing.
It does sometimes. I believe more in films in Korea.
Yeah.
But I'll just say this, in all honesty, actresses have a lot better skin than idols. But that's
true.
just because they have like off time.
Yeah.
So like
I was gonna say the
Lifestyle.
schedule, the lifestyle is easier to manage and maintain.
like during shooting, it's horrible, but like they have those months in between where they
That's it.
go.
It's not the whole year.
Yeah, they get skincare, they do this. Idols, they do as well, but I'm not gonna say who, but I remember going to shop in the morning and not recognizing someone, and I was just very, very shocked at the texture of their skin because you don't see that.
Yeah.
And I saw the makeup artist spray on the foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
the
that. It's like an airbrush thing.
I've done it. I've done it for a shooting. Not as
It's just expensive.
but it's incredible. You never want to remove that thing from your face.
yeah.
Because the before and after, I was just like, you're kidding me. It's like you
And
put
it just-
CG on the face.
Wow. And it just smooths over all of the texture.
I was so shocked.
Like glass skin, the whole thing.
Yeah, it gives. Yeah, but it's also like it's a lot of.
Because I'm thinking like you guys' jobs aren't any less stressful than some of our jobs. So like after a really long month or like long couple of weeks, my skin is like, it's like bad. But
like,
you have to get on camera and look perfect.
we got the makeup artist, we have the IVs.
Yeah.
So,
I
like,
know about the IVs.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
vitamins.
Right.
Honestly, it's just a lot of that.
Yeah.
And in post production on music videos, it's very common to have the skin.
Like a beauty pass.
smoothing,
on them.
yeah.
I remember sitting in the chair for up to 2 hours.
Yeah, see, I don't ever want to do
That's
that.
not the path for me.
That is
I'm
not.
happy to be the one telling them like, okay, this is how we're doing things, being on the business side and not being in front of the
Camera.
Yeah, I have no interest.
It helps that Korea's skincare is very, very cheap.
That too. We love that. We really love that.
It's cheap, but it's also
It's cheap.
good.
It's accessible. It's higher quality.
Like you mentioning the pimple, that reminds me of like an interview Girls' Generation Soyeon was talking about. She was like, so when you're in the business, there's things you need to choose. Are you going to go to the dermatologist and get this zit popped off with a needle, or are you going to go to practice? It's the give and takes. So like there's a big difference with a lot of the idols. Like
I'm like, oh,
These
cool.
things are living. It was interesting because you were like saying also, I mean, everything is so subjective. Like you were attracted directly by Jimin for his performance here in the video.
Everyone
Yeah.
will have their own take on, and I think that's also the beauty of like K-pop groups is everyone can find their thing.
absolutely.
Yeah, you gravitate towards who you like.
Whereas solo artists, and especially Western culture, like you either like them or you don't.
Or you don't.
Pretty much, yeah.
Here's more also an affiliation with like when you usually have a bias, like we said, it's usually someone that you connect with, someone that is more fitting your personality. And there's a lot of people that says that your bias breaker is actually the person you are attracted to in a way.
Your bias what?
Breaker. You also sometimes people say, oh, my bias is this person, then my bias breaker, which the one that you see.
My bias wrecker?
Breaker. Like if you
like wrecking.
Like
Wrecker.
Bias wrecker. Like
wrecker.
for example,
What is
like
a bias wrecker?
like I really liked Jungkook for a long time, and it's not like I don't. I still do. But like I was like, oh, but then D-Day came out, and then I listened to D-Day on repeat for a year. And I was like, oh, Yoongi is I love Yoongi. So it's like someone kind of like wrecked my bias in a way.
like kind of like take the
Like he took over the top
You
spot.
didn't think you would like them as much as you end up doing.
Yeah, I didn't think I
kind
would.
of like being disloyal to your main
But we're
person in the thing. Like that there's a thing. But you don't have to, and most of the time I feel like people are what they call like for at least BTS OT7.
yeah.
Which it's meaning that you're like
You like all of them.
support all the team. And it's okay to have like a favorite. It's more also based on your own sensitivity. Like when I was saying, like Suga is more like my bias in a way because this is more my type of music in general. Like the way like when his album came out, like all of them I was directly like that's 100% what I always loved.
Yeah, same.
And all. But I do love everything that BTS is doing as a whole.
Right.
But I will be maybe less like I will still listen to Jimin's album, Jungkook album, like everybody obviously supporting.
Right.
People. But I will not listen to them as much as I will listen on my playlist
To D-Day?
The D-Day, for example.
Because that album is
Absolutely. So that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
which is fine, but everybody's different. Like some people will listen to Jin's album more, or like Jimin's album more. Like for me, D-Day is the one that like continues to be on repeat.
And that's the beauty of having 5 people, however it is in a group that have also like good as like solo artists and bring a totally different vibe.
Yeah, they're
and you have,
very
like, a
different.
collective on and everything. That's why I talk with people on Billboard Korea about the fact that I have a problem with the term K-pop and putting everything like in that box. Because automatically when something is from Korea, people will say K-pop, and there's so many styles. Just taking again because we're talking about BTS, they have so many different styles of music. You can go, there's like some rap, there's hip hop, there's R&B, there's ballads, there's like Latin pop,
Jazz.
there's jazz.
Oh my goodness.
It's just so many different things, and I hate the fact that the Western world is putting things into using the K. I'm a big fan of using the letter K in everything, obviously, but you don't call British pop B-pop.
Exactly. Or like UK pop. Yeah.
You don't say like I was gonna say
A-pop?
F-pop
For French?
For French pop, which could be really fun.
I was gonna say that could end poorly.
That could end poorly.
That would be really confusing if you wrote
But
it
it
in
is
Korean.
extremely annoying when you see people being put in a box, and sometimes
Right.
like when it makes no sense at a
Right.
point where you're like, do you actually know what you're doing?
But
Because when you have Lisa, for example, being nominated, or even like Jungkook for like best K-pop song, and they both sing in English, and one of them is not even Korean.
Yeah.
What are they putting a K-pop category for?
Yeah.
What are they
Right.
doing?
Like why is it not pop? How is that different from
And
a
we
Sabrina
know
Carpenter song?
exactly why they're putting people in
Just,
categories.
it's an Asian singing pop.
That's the
Hence
thing.
It's
It's a
Like-
label, ethnic label.
It's an ethnic label. They're doing it also with like Latin,
Right.
music.
Right.
And at some point, I understand that you will think that maybe like that's not putting everybody on the same like fair spot because not everybody in the U.S. listen to Latin pop or anything like that. But we're getting at a point where like those celebrities, those artists are getting the same level of spotlight as Western artists, and it's not okay to put them in a category just to be like
They're
we
not
have
the
to
same,
let also
though.
like
Right.
people like our people being in our thing.
Yeah, and
It's
that
a
also
little bit
means
annoying.
like just music from Asia has multiple different genres. If you all put them in one box, it's
Exactly.
a wide range of different genres competing against each other for one award or one spot.
Right.
That is a hard thing, and we've been with different people in the industry trying to like look into that and see how can we
Change
what's the solution.
perception.
What's the
How do you
solution?
expand it so that it's so broad that it doesn't go under a certain category?
Right.
It's so hard, and there's a conversation also like, and more I have with Korean people in the industry in Korea saying that there's too many award shows in Korea.
I do agree with that.
There is a lot. Yeah.
There is a lot.
Which is becoming also, it's true for myself too. Like, I love watching them. I do not love spending 6 hours of my time waiting for stuff. I do love watching because I think the performances are insane to the point that the Grammy should be really ashamed of themselves. And what
You're
they
saying
are
that just now?
like, not just now.
No, that's been pent up for
That's been
years.
pent up for a long
I've
time.
pent up for me too, yeah.
It just goes on camera now.
It's just like the number of group chats we have about this thing.
Yeah.
It's excessively annoying. But again, like, what's the solution here? Like, you cannot have BTS doing 40 minutes at Grammy, like just doing a medley of their songs. Unfortunately.
Right, no, they won't let that happen. But before we go, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I don't know if this ends up on Patreon. If it does, go find it on Patreon and go check out our social media.
So, well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.